Good evening. Check your phone. What is your battery percentage? How many unread notifications? We are used to thinking that being connected means being alive. But what if that's not true? Alex was an architect of digital realities. At 28, he was the CTO of a startup worth more than the GDP of a small country. His life was optimized, synchronized, and saved to the cloud. He didn't sleep. He went into sleep mode. He didn't eat. He consumed calories. For him, Christmas was just a red square on a Google Calendar that had to be survived with minimal loss of efficiency. But the universe, it seems, had a sense of humor running on an old analog engine. And this time, it decided to force a hard reboot on Alex. Alex was driving to a remote mountain village to quickly sign the papers for the sale of his late grandmother's house. The plan was simple. 2 hours there, 30 minutes for signatures, 2 hours back. In the evening, a Zoom call with investors from Tokyo. But 10 kilometers from the village, a blizzard began. His smart car, stuffed with electronics, simply stalled in a snowbank. Electronics surrendered to physics. Alex walked the rest of the way to the house. He burst inside, shivering from the cold, and pulled out his phone. No service. He lifted it higher. No service. A light bulb flickered in the house and went out. The electricity was gone. For the first time in 10 years, Alex was left in total darkness and silence. His heart pounded not from the cold, but from panic. He was offline. He had ceased to exist. An hour later, the cold began to chill him to the bone. The house was cooling down fast. Alex found an old wood-burning stove. Next to it lay a pile of wood and an axe. No instructions. No YouTube videos on how to split a log in 5 minutes. He picked up the axe. It felt heavy and awkward to him, like a primitive tool. First swing. The axe bounced off and almost hit his leg. Second swing. The blade got stuck. Alex was furious. He was used to the world obeying the push of a button, but the log didn't give a damn about his status or money. The log demanded effort. He chopped wood for an hour. His hands, accustomed to a keyboard, were covered in blisters. His back ached. But when he finally split the cursed block of wood, he felt a strange rush of adrenaline. This wasn't a digital achievement. This was a real victory. Now he had to light the fire. Alex crumpled up some old newspapers and struck a match. The paper flared up and went out. The wood didn't even turn black. "Come on, load," he shouted into the darkness of the stove. "You're rushing too much, son," a voice came from the door. Alex jumped. In the doorway stood his neighbor, old man Silas. He had come to check if the lights were on in the grandmother's house. Silas walked over to the stove. His movements were slow, economical. "Fire isn't a program," the old man said, arranging the kindling in a teepee shape. "You can't command it. You have to give it air. Fire needs to breathe just like you." Silas struck a match. A small flame licked the wood chips, crawled upward, grew stronger, and began to hum. "Modern people think heat comes from a radiator," the old man chuckled. "But real warmth must be created with your own hands. It must be nurtured." Silas left, leaving Alex alone. Night fell. The blizzard howled outside the window, cutting the house off from the entire world. Alex sat on the floor in front of the open stove door. His phone had died long ago and lay on the table like a black brick. And suddenly Alex realized he wasn't bored. The fire danced. There was more information in that dance than in all the social media feeds combined. The crackling of the logs was a better soundtrack than any podcast. For the first time in years, there was no noise in his head. His thoughts flowed slowly, smoothly. He remembered his grandmother. He remembered the smell of her cookies. He remembered what he dreamed of before he became an efficient manager. He threw on another log. The fire sighed gratefully. It was the most honest exchange. You give care, it returns warmth. No hidden fees, no algorithms. In the morning, the storm died down. The road was cleared. Alex charged his phone from the car. Hundreds of notifications poured in. Investors, panic, deadlines. But Alex looked at the screen and didn't feel the usual anxiety. He didn't sell the house. He decided to keep it. Returning to the city, to his high-tech office, Alex did something strange. He introduced a new rule. Every evening, exactly at 8 o'clock, all gadgets are turned off. He bought a real fireplace. And now, watching the fire, he knew. To get warm, sometimes you just need to stop. Put down the axe of war with the world and let the flame breathe. Disconnect from the network today for at least an hour. Look at a living fire, or the snow, or into the eyes of a loved one. You will be surprised at how much higher the resolution becomes. Merry Christmas.